is the hardest bastard in all of Dressrosa. I don't care what type of powers Doflamingo's family has or what Doflamingo can do, trapping an entire country in a freaking bird cage. Kyros has no leg, no hockey, no devil fruit, and even after being shot in his one good leg and rained down upon by a massive amount of spiked balls, he still continues to trudge slowly towards Diamante just so that he can rock his world with one massive sword swing. This week's chapter was great. I've really been looking forward to the battle between Kyros and Diamante, and it did not disappoint. A lot of it just has to do with the overall setting of the battle and really what's going on in it. I love the flower field. It makes for a very ironic battle, especially for Kyros. But I especially love the display of Diamante's powers, how he's slowly transforming himself into a flag, dodging all of Kyros' techniques, and then when he slowly starts to pull out these thin sheets which transform into fireworks poppers, which then explode into the sky, and then those fireworks transform into little metal spiked balls. Designed for death, my friends. None of this affects Kyros. Absolutely nothing. Even Nico Robin has to create an umbrella shield from all of the flowers, which honestly looks really cool in this week's chapter. But as all of this is going on, it's intercut between flashbacks, and Kyros is slowly walking forward and getting ready to kill Diamante. I especially loved the one line he had, where Diamante's completely freaked out by Kyros, and he's all like, "What are you? Are you made of metal?" And the only thing Kyros can reply is, "No, I am made of the wrath of the people of this country." Bad with a side of ass, my friends. This was awesome. So what's the rundown on this week's chapter of One Piece? A very simple chapter, but one that was very fun. The battle between Diamante and Kyros does not disappoint. It's a battle between a normal, one-legged human who just has the skills to pay the bills against a monster with devil fruit powers, and he still one-ups him in every possible way. No matter what Diamante throws at Kyros, he just keeps walking towards him like a freaking serial killer in a slasher movie. And that final attack, which might actually be called Bastard, at least according to the manga translation I'm reading. He wasn't just calling him Bastard. That's actually a technique where he supposedly cuts Diamante in half, although it just looks like his sword. And again, this is incredibly devastating because we've already seen Diamante literally cutting up the entire battlegrounds of the flower field. And yet, Kyros, that doesn't even bother him whatsoever. The artwork in this week's chapter was also really good, especially the damage that was done to Kyros. As the chapter gone on, you could see slowly he just kept getting covered by just buckets of blood. And by the end of the chapter, he is covered in red-black blood, even as he is attacking Kyros, and it just makes for a really intense scene. And what I really love about this chapter is they're basically making it apparent that they're going around to battle, but really, it's just all about Kyros being a hard-ass this week. I loved it. Really loved it. Super simple chapter, but one that you should definitely check out if you're a big fan of the action parts of One Piece, or if you've been following the One Piece manga series. I don't really have much to say about it. I'll just say that it was badass. I loved it. I love Kyros. I still love the fact that this dude doesn't have any sort of special powers, and yet he's still able to wail on everyone. He truly is the greatest warrior in all of Dressrosa. So this week's chapter had it all. It opened up with Frankie being awesome, and then it immediately went to the Kyros versus Diamante battle, which had some incredible artwork and some great expressions from Diamante himself. Great displays of his power with him slipping around the attacks and using his fireworks ability and summoning all of the spiked balls, which constantly rained down on the battlefield. This was just a very impressive looking battle, and one that I really hope when they get to it in the anime version, they do it justice. But you gotta admit, this guy's awesome. Even when he gets shot in his one good leg, he just keeps coming. That's right, this week's chapter was great. Good artwork, good animation, great action, a little bit of humor, and it looks like the whole Kyros-Rebecca story is finally coming to a close, and we're almost at the climax of the Dressrosa Arc. Frankly, I can't wait to see the battle between Zoro and Pika. I hope that Sabo gets to do something cool, and I'm really looking forward to Luffy versus Doflamingo. But what do you guys want to see from the rest of the Dressrosa Arc? So, this week's chapter was good. I really dug it. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. I got no complaints with this one. You guys should definitely check it out if you're One Piece fans, whether you've been reading the manga version or if you've been watching the anime version. Check this one out. It's pretty freaking awesome. Thank you guys for watching my review. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And before you guys leave, please tell me what you thought about this week's chapter of One Piece. What did you think of the battle between Diamante and Kyros? And what battles are you looking forward to seeing in Dressrosa? And what do you want to see from the rest of the One Piece manga series? Before you guys leave, make sure and subscribe to our channel by clicking on the channel icon right up here, and make sure to also follow us on Facebook and on Twitter. And make sure to also check out the 3rd episode of our brand new video podcast show, The Powerful Nerdcast. There will be a link for that at the very end of this video. Thank you guys for watching. Super Kami Guru 9000. Out!